Hi everyone, I'm Lizzie King, and for my book report I chose to read Delivering Happiness, A Path to Profits, Passion, and Purpose, written by Tony Hsieh, CEO of Zappos.com Incorporated. As we have learned in our marketing class, Tony can easily be considered a marketing hero, and I'm going to tell you a bit of how he got to where he is, his attitude, and his success that has landed him such a prestigious title. Prior to Zappos, Tony always had a creative entrepreneur mindset, even as a 9-year-old boy. By the time he was in high school, he had already attempted to create a thriving worm farm, wrote his own newspaper in which he sold advertising to local companies and then copies to his friends, and he bought a button-making kit, where kids would send in their picture with a $1 bill, and he would put their picture inside. For a middle schooler, this was a big venture. His profit was 75 cents per button, and he was getting about 300 orders per month. That's not the impressive part. In order to advertise his product, he wrote a letter to a catalog that specialized in kids' items. He pretended that he was already an existing button-making company, and he explained that he wanted to offer his product in their catalog. Within 2 months, there it was, his home address and his button product advertised in their latest book. His button-making company wasn't the only thing that Tony found redundant. He eventually passed it down to his brother. Throughout the several jobs and careers that he held, no matter how much money he was making, how easy or challenging the work was, or who he worked with, Tony wasn't happy until he found something that he was passionate about. And this is a huge message throughout the book. It was clear that Tony had a high level of intelligence by the way he whizzed through high school, working jobs where he tested video games and created computer software for government agencies and local small businesses. He then attended Harvard, never went to class, and toyed with more business adventures. He took over the dorm cafe, compiled notes from fellow classmates, and made a master copy, which he sold, and then he worked with more computer software and internet companies. After college in 1995, Tony was offered a job in California with a friend who later became his longtime business partner. Once again, Tony quit due to how redundant the work was. At this point in time, the World Wide Web was just beginning to flourish, and they decided to start their own business, creating websites for other companies. Yet again, he wasn't happy, and this is when Link Exchange happened. Link Exchange was his first company. After many investments and many offers to purchase, they realized they really had a valuable company. It became worth over $1 million, and finally Tony and his buddy turned partner sold the company for $265 million. The catch was that they had to stay for over a year and help the company to continue to thrive and get them through the transition. Once again, Tony wasn't happy and unexcited, and he walked away from the 20% or $40 million that he would have received. After betting, buying penthouses and condos, attending raves, and playing around, Tony was approached by a man with the idea to sell shoes online. Finally, Tony became passionate about something. He became passionate about the idea, the company, and what eventually became their culture, and the rest was history. For what seemed like his entire adult life, money was never an issue, and it came easy. But Zappos took years to develop and for investors and shoe companies to trust the idea. Even though things were not looking good with the company, they pushed on and they showed that they had dedication, and it's the same dedication that they show today within their company. What they did figure out in an early stage was that they needed customers to return just as much as they needed new customers. And that could be done with excellent customer service. That became the most important focus for the company, and after years of taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back, the company finally became profitable and thriving. Their company culture evolved after they got through the rough times, relocations, and really figured out who they wanted to be. An employee culture handbook was even produced to ensure that this culture would be followed and executed. To narrow down their culture into 10 core values, including fun and a little weirdness, and passionate and determined, they had an open door policy and allowed their dedicated employees to be part of the process. A new book is now created every year, and they are proud to share it with anybody, including stakeholders, shareholders, consumers, customers, and of course, their employees. Their company culture is what makes this company so successful, with their marketing and customer loyalty. Their employees are satisfied, therefore they do what it takes to ensure that customers are as well, and they're very happy to do so. Logistically speaking, they offer great return policies, 24/7 help, and a professional, easy-to-navigate website. Their culture allows them to adapt to big issues like changing environments and trends, or simple things like prank phone calls with live chats. They are not afraid to step out of the box and do what it takes. They even have a silly video on their website to prove so. They consider themselves a family and are supportive of one another. Their culture is their brand and who they are, and it's really important to them. With determination, Tony didn't give up for his search for passion and happiness. He did not settle for a high-paying career. He created a multi-million-dollar company and is on his search and still remains humble. This all shows with the dedication that he and his employees have for pleasing their customers. This book was a great read and well written. Tony portrays his story in such a casual manner that you feel like you're sitting down and talking with him. No matter what your goals, major, or career path might be, I suggest that everybody reads this book for a little motivation and a little positive outlook. Thank you.